Hello everyone. My name is Art Russell. Welcome to my channel. By the title of this video, you might be wondering if I decided to start a cooking show, but we can be grateful that that's definitely not the case. The title is actually inspired from a story that I just read about Mother Teresa in Calcutta. In the story, it's told that she once served a bowl of rice to a starving family. And the parents set half of that rice aside and ate the remainder with their children. She encouraged them to eat it all. And they said, "But our neighbors are hungry too." And that's the part that really got to me. When I checked this story online, I saw that there were a couple of versions. In one version, it stated that it was a bag of rice, but the principle behind the story is what's really important: giving from the heart. In this video, I'm using rice as a metaphor to symbolize our unique talents and gifts and even material wealth that we have to share with one another. In my personal life, I can easily think of times when I've experienced this. We often see it through children. My son once surprised me by washing my vehicle. He will have gotten out the soap and the bucket and the washcloth and the hose and washed my vehicle, and then, as I said, surprised me with having a clean vehicle. And I hope in my busy life at the time that I expressed my gratitude. Sometimes we miss the miracles when we're very busy. Likewise, my daughter used to love artwork. And when she was very young, she would draw with crayons or bright colored markers and do artwork that she would give to her mother or me, or sometimes even her brother. And again, that giving from the heart is what is so important. Now, I'd like to mention a caveat about this that pertains to discerning between whether the giving is from the false self or the true self. It's fairly easy to discern between the two when we become more self-aware. With the false self, there's usually some form of getting involved, even in a minor way. So the giving is tainted in some way with selfish desire. With true self, our higher nature, it's only about giving. And that giving is founded in love. Now, just so you don't think that I'm pretending to be a master of all this, this is something that I still keep in mind every day, even with making a video. So in other words, am I doing the video to be a source of inspiration, to give useful content, or am I merely attempting to attract subscribers and views to get in some way? And I do my best to minimize that. Now, you might be thinking, this is all great in principle, Art. Giving is good and it's very nice, but I don't have much to give. And here's an example that I hope will be useful. You see this? That's 1 grain of rice. It's not very big. And we can give that away. We don't have to have much, but we can give that away in the form of a smile, a kind gesture, a sincere compliment, or maybe even a donation, a small donation, or a large donation, depending on what we can give. And the miraculous point that happens about this is that when we give from our heart, this is what happens. We have more to give. Now, this isn't some corny notion. This is the truth, as far as I know it. When we give from the heart, we become a conduit to the divine. And that feels so good. So if that's selfish, well, so be it, but it's better than being egoic-based selfishness. I'd like to read a passage from Joshua chapter 24, verse 13. Here it is. And I have given you a land for which ye did not labor, and cities which ye built not, and ye dwell in them. Of the vineyards and the olive yards which ye planted not, do you eat. Now, from the materialism paradigm of reality, this might seem ludicrous. There's the belief that the earth is always existing, even when we're not looking at it. So that brings in science with the double slit experiment and the observer effect. And that we can just, well, the olive yards are there. God, you had nothing to do with it. Still have nothing to do with it. And we're going to eat of them. And whether we're grateful or not, it makes no difference. With the consciousness paradigm of reality, everything is happening now. If there were olive yards and vineyards in a nighttime dream, we know that consciousness was the only creator of those vineyards and olive yards. And that's what I'm stating here, too, in the waking state reality. I know that if there's food on my plate, a roof over my head, a shirt on my back or chest, that I receive them from one loving source. And for that, I'm very grateful. And then if I can give of the rice that I've been given to share, life gets better. That's all I have for you today. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to share, subscribe, and like. More information is available through my free articles at thinktwice.me. And also through my book entitled This Taste of Flesh and Bones, available from Amazon. Thank you very much for listening. I look forward to seeing all of you again soon. Bye for now.